There should be more cliffs here. Wood scrap seems like it would be perfect for your plans. You found the Majut meadow. Watch out for the Majut. Someone has to end this plague before it's too late. So much damage. One down. Well placed. If you're tired, maybe find a place to rest. Now that the Majut is back in the pen, it seems calm. but Noko is still concerned.
Kanyala toro.
She says the Majut is still anxious, but fortunately she knows just the thing it needs to calm down.
Saturutu.
The Majut once found and ate a bonbon gummy by mistake, and that the chewing really calmed it down.
Tropalo.
She says that you should find some bonbon gummies for the Majut by the crossway. At least, that's where she found some last time.
Ferena masalapu.
It's easy to describe. A crossway is where roads meet in a knot and merge. This one is in Sector 7J, if you're familiar with Out-of-Date's map. Give your mount a pat and pick a path. Asks you to check out the wares, confident you'll find everything you need. Hopes you're selling too. They're always looking to replenish their store. Worth looking at. Cranks like these usually need to be wound to operate the dispenser. What you see is what you get. Once it's out of the blind box, that is. This might be the end of everything as we know it. Your balance is perfect. This mount has quite a bounce to it.
It's intended.
With its attention diverted to the chewy bonbon gummy, the Majut calms down. But Noko is still concerned.
It's intended.
She's relieved the Majut has calmed down, but you'll need a heavier sit-tight to ride it than the one she's got.
Kanamunt.
The only sit-tight she can think of that would be heavy enough is one she's spotted mounted on an old-world mecha-Majut.
Puri kumbalamuma.
If she remembers correctly, she spotted it at the Smilo Shopperia while scavenging for treats for the Gnotes. That's not so far away.
Masama.
Seems to her they preferred the Mechamajuts over the living counterparts in the old world. Maybe the Gnotes were near extinct. Don't let your mount ignore you. You found Camp Mossirk. Look for the bandits. Super effective. Hurts less now. Ghost's loot. Don't flinch away from this. It's your moment. You need to focus.
Circa full of in the horse.
This one seems to be in good spirits, despite being left here for dead.
Escamaco.
Has heard that you have a sense of compassion and trusts it's in your nature to help those in need.
Como uno salafin.
Asks you to do the right thing.
E cani salafai.
Is grateful you chose that. You can't be good without doing good for others. Might get lucky. It's so active out here with the light.
Zaikantum.
This place is called Brightlight. Mito lives close by. Let's see. The world's towering over you.
Kamui.
With the world getting darker by the day, there's not much time left to save it. And even though you've just met, he feels you're bound to play a huge part in that.
Dum.
Claims to be a simple lamp maker, bringing light into the world as best he can.
Tundo pontoyo.
You found your way through the darkness. You shine like the sun in the sky, but will you use that power to warm the world or burn it?
Songang bo.
Hopes you see how much good you can do with power like that, and how easy it is to let it drive you mad.
Darfa.
No matter where your path takes you, though, it's important to remember where you came from. The past bright lights the present. Wonders if you know how much of an effect you've had upon the world. Your presence changes things like light changes darkness. Did you realize that when choosing where to shine?
Kopasa kompo.
Figures that doesn't matter. You can't help but shine either way.
Boy.
So happy you know you're helping brighten the world. There's plenty of it that's still worth saving.
Boy.
Whatever happens to the world, you shone as bright as you could. That matters more than you know. Says you did the right thing in taking up with the Myriad. They buy lots of his lamps. That's a tribe that believes in the bright things in the world.
Kopasa kompo.
Claims he wasn't trying to sell you anything. Now,
Mungkin.
says he can see by the twinkle in your eyes that you're not here to talk about your allies. He assumes you are here to be enlightened. He can't blame you, as everything just feels dark and hopeless these days.
Tundo pontoyo.
There's something about you, like you're knit together. Your fate's connected. What you've said, he feels too. So why not call him Me Too?
Okangum.
He senses you're like the dayfly, living every day like it's your last, afraid that when night comes, it might be proved right.
Okangum.
Believes no one is entirely dark. Even the worst have a spark of good in them.
Kamui.
Mito says there's darkness in everyone's life, but as a lamp maker, he wants you to know there's light too.
Bo.
His goal in this dying world is to be like a flame fly, burning to light the way for others, and therefore he still makes lamps.
Zai kandum.
You look like you're in need of a special get-through-the-night lamp, but to make something like that, he'd need a flame fly.
Okangum.
Says that's the kind of attitude that spreads light everywhere. Stand against that. Your health. The story will go on as long as there is someone there to listen. That's a good find. You can't really understand your story till it's done. Blisterboo, known for its perfect temperature and atmosphere. Blasting it. Oh, man. There they are. Now, you fixed those flame flies fast. Nothing is dry anymore. Sharpening of the mind.
자자 젠디리.
Mito seems mesmerized by the flame fly, its fire now burning in his heart too.
롱콩.
Mito says the flame flies have always acted as guiding lights in his life, but with so little time left, he can't just make a lamp from scratch for you.
무인기네.
Sometimes there are ether lanterns as light as paper floating around in the sky at night. One of those would make a perfect fit for your fly.
달파?
Scour the night sky and get him an ether lantern to work with, and do it before the flame fly's life is snuffed out.
드린돔.
This is the last step toward all-night lights.
다솜보.
Mito says you're making sense to him.
송가이더보.
Has plenty to do, so no worries. Don't distract this beastie. It's working.
에이와사요 두에 와노차.
Heard Gizmo was looking for you in the chug yard, but you
너서 반세요.
says you're welcome back. See that e-waste? You could use that for sure. It's harder for others to see you in the dark. Wonders if you didn't have much else to say, so no problem.
Saya sendiri.
Now that Mito has the ether lantern, he's able to convince the flamefly into making it a special get-through-the-night lamp.
Kamui.
He's glad he's able to help you shed some light on a world that's grown so dark. He wishes he could do more to help, but too much light can blind as much as the night. If there's any way to help you see, though, he's happy to do what he can. Figures where there's more darkness, there's demand for more light, too.
Dalfa.
Knows you have the ark's fuse all trimmed and ready to go. Can't wait till you light that candle.
Dalfa.
Says no. Just want to see what you'll do.
Saya sendiri.
Thinks it's great you're leaving in the ark, even though the world is brighter than ever. Time to bring that light to other places too, right?
Mof bom bom.
He knows you spread your light throughout the land, and he respects how bright you burn.
Tiba.
Could you enlighten him as to who you plan to bring along on your journey into the great darkness?
So, what we have here is an opportunity to help your next. There's a seat open.
A conscious choice to be alone means you won't miss anyone.
The thing we're really missing here is someone with compassion. You just seem to have passion. For yourself.
The world would be a better place if we were left alone to handle it. Then we'd only have to talk to ourselves, and that's how you get the good answers.
Well, anyone in their right mind would agree you're better off on your own. Let's hope the Ark carries you all the way there.
Figures you know best who would illuminate your travels the most.
Kopasa kompo.
Mito says he's ready to illuminate your world. Here's what Mito is willing to part with. Got what you wanted. As long as karma exists, the world changes, and we change with it. They used to call this a thoroughfare. Look at all those old homes. Scrap. Great for making tough things. Don't forget the past. Learn from it. to unturn the pipe tighteners to drain the flush stool. Just a few moves left. Make them count. That's the kind of trouble you really want to wash away. There are tough times ahead, no matter where you go. What you do here matters to you and the world. Look! A spiral groover from the long ago. An apparatus that plays melodiscs. Wouldn't be surprised if it still works. Guess you still want more than that. Looks like the groover's arm needs to be nudged to get the needle in position and hear the melodisc's message. You didn't nail that. Now it's a melodisc. Move the arm to make the needle fit the groove. Give it another try. It's a Chi-Chi Bebop code memo. Good thing I'm old enough to decipher it. It sing-songs about a secret below-ground area, just a walkabout from here. More light means fewer places to hide. The Tree of Life still stands. Question is, for how long? The world is full of secrets. Let's see.
Nam tau tau supply.
Shopkeeper claims you won't be able to find better goods.
Wofrik in blau jimunta.
Says goodbye to you. Yuck! That there's a Sludgegush Field, where the company used to suck sludge from the underground. Now it's all over. Watch it. Bullets everywhere. A smart foe would leave. Right between the eyes. Keep your feet beneath you. Turn the radionics knob to find the right frequency. Almost like flying. Control your destiny, or someone else will. definitely not open. The mountains are closer to the sun, right? At least you got something for your trouble. You have a good eye for that stuff. That's hard to come by. It's quieter here, away from the sky. Well, what do you know? You need to line up the switches so they match. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. That notice board is cleaner than just about anything else around here. You're nudging up toward a played-out sludge field. Just follow your nose. This place used to pump sludge from the ground for fuel. If you think the sludge was nasty, it was worse when the Toxanol Corporation burned it. Not much anymore. Toxanol was bad at all sorts of things. But when it came to taking anything useful away, they got awful good at that. You can probably find a track around here if you look hard enough. Your head is still spinning. There you go. One bona fide track. Even out here in the middle of all this mess, there were things to explore. Dry of sludge? Pretty much. Anything left behind was either too deep to pump out or too nasty to do anything with. The tracks roll on from here to lands far beyond. Only you can pull you up. Wonder what you could make with that. Even the trees are tougher here. Insert and turn. For when you have to shoot whole bunches of things at once. Odd things lurk in the darkest parts of the underworld. You need to loosen the bolts without rattling the mechamajut. That's it. The sit-tight is loose. Time to stop horsing around and get the sit-tight back to Nocco. Let's get that mount moving while the getting is good. You finally found the village of Bumlidoff. Let's see. Offers you extra... So, says you covered the important things already. Says you'll get a special price and a... Hopes your custom is worthwhile. Would be disappointing if you walked away empty-handed. A done deal. This is all about you. Whether you succeed or fail, it's on you.
Kodotoko.
Now that the Majut's got a mouthful of bonbon gummy and the brand new sit-tight is in place, the Majut is ready to ride.
Kanamunt.
Nokko's been training another fantabulous little critter that'll hopefully become a distraction for the hoof puff when you confront it.
Andro?
She's called them glitter moths, and the best way to find them is to go talk to Mito. She's asked him to keep them somewhere safe.
Asilnatu.
You'll find Mito at Bright Light. He's a light-headed fellow, but hopefully he'll remember where he stored the moths.
Aplitonumuta.
They're small airborne creatures with bright reflective wings and a conspicuous fluttering flight. Just charge right. Mito says he's not only into those who shine bright, he likes things that glitter too. He reckons you haven't seen a glitter moth and says it's about time you did. Even though they're nesting near gone grass, they never run out of glow. Finding yourself a glitter moth would give you that glimmer of hope you need to continue all the way to the end.
Don't go boiking.
You really do need them alive. Dead glitter moths fade. stretching before you. That place there's a real fixer-upper, not an entirely lost cause. Just check that scrog out. You need to swivel the globus's bearings. You need to swivel the globus's bearings. The gooing of the water in the ground is spreading. It's time to create your own path. Glittermoth Cave is right here. The scrap keeps piling up. Feels like something's about to happen today.
Masama.
That's enough glittermoths to make her plan work.
Taifanama.
She wants you to stop worrying about the paths you've ridden and focus on the inevitable road ahead, the one that leads to confrontation with the World Eater.
Asana Jota.
The hoof puff is evidence of the duality of evolution, utterly beautiful and grotesque at the same time.
Arialoche nui mumera.
She means that the hoof puff has had more time to eat at the root as it's been isolated in the Knoopstonies mountains.
Aplitonumuta.
So, based on that alone, she reckons it has suffered as much damage as the northwest root that's hidden beneath the surf.
Kodotuku.
Everything in nature is dual, and so is evolution as it struggles to find balance in creation. She wonders what could be more beautiful than imperfection. Such a soggy day. Seems like your mount likes you well enough. That old home might not be stripped clean yet. Just put one foot in front of the other. Easy. You run like the wind. A biohazard like that can make you real sick. You need to turn the pegs in sync. Just a few moves left. Make them count. That's spiraled out of control. This, you need to turn the pegs in sync. That's spiraled out of control. You need to turn the pegs in sync. You really put a spin on it. What a bonus! Move before it decides to have lunch. It's far away. Juju's shop is here somewhere.
Anihilluto. Tumma. Seindif.
Every day is a new chance to fulfill your destiny. Let's see. Juju is just thrilled to finally meet you. Even in these darkest days when the spotlights are growing dim, you're like a fresh outfit. Says he's a style fitter of the most fantastic kind. Thinks you have the power to steer the fate of the world one way or the other. He wants you not only to save it, but to look fabulous doing so. He knows you have the heart of a hero. He just wants you to look like one too. He tells you to dig deeper into your past and remember how it's all stitched together. You need to follow that thread to figure out who you are and where you're going. Wonders if you ever think about how things might be if you'd chosen one style over another. It's amazing how even a single switch stitch in the right spot can change things. It's a lot easier to change outfits than to change your life. Likes how the world seems to be getting its act together. Been sliding down too long. Thanks you for darning up the whole holes in the world. It's not a perfect world, but it's the only one that fits. Thinks it's good you're working with the Myriad. The Sifu there has the best taste in styles. Claims to have made his favorite, the one the Sifu wears every day. But that's enough about them. He wants to talk about him. He wonders if you can see it too. The common threads that have sewn everyone together through the years. They're all broken. But fortunately, he's good at smoothing things over, choosing things that are chic and glossing the aesthetics. Most come here to get relief from how ugly the world has become. He works a lot with mood, be it good or bad. Says we bury our dead in their best, not their worst. Why should the end of the world be any different?
Anihilluto. Tumma. Seindif.
Some even think what he does is magic, changing the way you feel with style. That's how he got his nickname, Juju. He's been zigzagging all night. He has a fibre he needs to get done, but he's run out of bobbin. Now his reputation is hanging by a thread. He needs to thread the needle, but the only spare bobbin he knows about, well, he saw it attached to a kite flying free in the wind. He'll do what he can for you if you get him that bobbin. Thinks you're wearing your underwear on the outside, but yes. How do you get from here to there? That's an upsy-dups. Good for learning how to haul up. soars like a kite, so it better be one. Reel that in. Juju will be pleased to see you manage to get hold of a bobbin, even though it's the unconventional kind.
Kutto-sa.
Juju is thrilled over the bobbin and the fact that he'll be able to finish the fibre. He believes couture can do that for you, you know. Change the way you feel and also change the way others feel about you. He's prepared something for you while you were away. Do you want it to fit your mood or do you want a change of heart? Fashion can help you define mood, and this should make you more menacing. That's what he wants you to feel when you wear it. Juju thinks it's amazing that you found an ark and are refurbishing it for a launch. No, but he imagines it's incredibly stylish. Supposes that even if the world goes on, you could use the Ark to find new places to explore. Just happy the Ark wound up in such deft and responsible hands. Not that Juju's asking for a seat, but who's going to pilot that thing for you?
So, what we have here is an opportunity to help your next. There's a seat.
A conscious choice to be alone means you won't miss anyone.
The thing we're really missing here is someone with compassion.
The world will be a better place if we...
Well, anyone in their right mind.
Thinks you're right not to bring him along when you only have so many seats. He's invested in helping you look your best. Let's hope you won't regret it. Great. A stylish cover for your brains. Pick up the pace race. That's the top of a shaftiloo, a gigantic dig hole toxinol cut into the forest to pull things out of the earth. Running low. Ouch! Take this seriously, or it'll take you down. Findest keepers. Says daytime is the right time to get things done. You need to turn the pegs in sync. That's spiraled out of control. You need to turn the pegs in sync. That's spiraled out of control. You need to turn the pegs in sync. You really put a spin on it. Hey, you could Probably make something glossy with plastic scrap. Now you understand better. Great shot. Dead already. Good hit. The air gets stale down here fast.
Shako her.
This one seems to be in good spirits despite being left here.
Ki
Has
Darren Mianda Gaguno.
asks you to do the right thing for the
Kaffee.
is grateful you chose that. You can't be good without doing good for others. Look at that metal scrap over there. Good ridey beast. No hurty. That's a keeper. You're such a luckster. What a find. That's a surf hurdle. The company put those up to harness the power of flowing goo, which doesn't flow so well now. Can't let the air just suck you in like that. That thing moves. Who'd leave rubber scrap lying around like that? Surprised that board never got washed away with the surge of the surf. Listen up. You might be able to hear a surf hurdler when you get closer to it. The surf hurdle harnessed the power of flowing water. The plant had to stop because the goo got way too thick. It's not thick enough that you could stand on it, but it's too thick for it to get through the parts of the surf hurdle that matter. You should find a track here if the goo hasn't washed it away. Heroes inspire in a way nothing else can.
Daoi?
Gripes about how everything's falling into dark space.
Zunrum val tutrak.
They sent some scouts out to find an old cave covered with age-old scribbles.
Mikoda, le mu yula le.
They've been gone a long time. Someone needs to bring them home.
Manachulu kubu.
Says it's not too far off, but there's maybe a better way.
You do tat nubukita.
Claims the scouts know to look for the fire beacon. Once it's lit, they should come back.
Uitatut.
But they can't reach the fire beacon. Could you do it?
Oliti.
Then they'll know for sure if the scouts got lost in the cave.
Boichevon plastivo.
Says they thank you, and the scouts' families will too. Why, there's a motor juice station. Imagine getting go juice whenever you want. The tribes need someone to unite them. The cranks need to be unturned in the right order.
Kolakene. Shimubata?
Despite the fact the clipper fingers are in safe hands, he's still lacking something to make his hairsenal complete.
Ila move.
Trim's embarrassed. Now he can cut, but he's out of dye. A bad furdo is a shame to you and him both, and you can't have that, can you?
Shimara tepu gila.
He once found some leftover cans of sput dye near the concrete wall paint sites, and they'd do the trick.
Sina polaki.
This time he promises. Just come back with a can of sput dye and he'll give you that fresh coat you deserve.
Sina polaki.
Says not to worry. This is it.
Kolakene.
Trim thinks you're still good looking.
La barota?
Says there's an interesting place nearby that no one knows about, but doesn't really want to talk about it right now.
La barota?
Needs a logical reason to reveal the secret.
Pa neno kasipa.
Says it's hard to keep a secret from someone as smart as you. Might as well tell you where the place is, as you'll figure it out eventually.
Shimufefte para te bula lila.
Says someone said you survived seeing the Western World Eater.
Ke pale te dole.
Understands you have other places you need to go.
Rante simuvade.
Trim thinks you're still good looking.
Coca.
Says talking to you was interesting. Every day comes with a new chance to save the world.